Moin Moin and welcome to Ralfs Foto-Bude and Ralfs Photo Flight. In this year there are coming a lot of new quadrocopters on the market. I showed you the unique Q500 with a lot of videos. The Inspire 1 from DJI, a little bit more professional copter, is here also in the Foto-Bude, and I've did the first video. Last year the DJI Phantom 2 Vision and Vision Plus, and so one of the newest copters is the Ghost from Thunder Tiger. So the Ghost is also a quadrocopter, but there are some differences between the ready-to-fly copters like the Q500 and the DJI Phantom 2 or Phantom 2 Vision Plus. The most important difference is you have to assemble the copter. It's not only the propellers which you have tighten and then you can fly. You have to do a little bit more. You have to put on the landing gear and stuff like this. But one very important point you will find also on the package, when you look here at the corner, it says camera and FPV not included. Even if the picture shows the GoPro here under the Ghost, but in the original package there's no GoPro, there's no camera, and there's no FPV system. So this is the difference to a copter like the Phantom, which I have here. In the Phantom you have the camera, you have the built-in camera, you have the gimbal, and you have the FPV system. So if you use a tablet PC, iPad, or if you use an iPhone, you will see the picture, the FPV picture on this device, and you don't have to buy any other stuff. It's built in, it's ready to fly, and it's also the same at the Q500. There also you have the whole stuff in the copter, and you don't have to care about a camera and the FPV system. So these two things you have to buy extra. I know Thunder Tiger makes packages. In the packages GoPro 3, or I don't know, maybe now the GoPro 4, but you have to buy this package if you don't have a GoPro. If you have a GoPro, you can use the GoPro. The advantage is you can use other gimbals. There's a gimbal with the Ghost, I show you later, but you can also use other gimbals, and maybe they will release other gimbals like for the compact camera Sony RX100 or stuff like this. So that's the advantage, because at the other copters you can't change the gimbal, or you have to buy a gimbal which fits perfectly to the system like at the Q500. So that's one important difference between the Ghost and the other RTF copters, and you will see the difference to assemble the copter when I show the ingredients, or when I show you what's in the box here. And another point, I mentioned this always, forgive me please, but I mention it. Look for the local laws, look for insurance if you need, look for airports and all the stuff. So when you fly a copter like this or buy a copter like this, look for the regulations in your country, look for the laws, the restrictions in your countries. Don't fly around airports, don't disturb airplanes and stuff like this. So please take a look at your local laws and obey them, because all of us want to fly also in the next years with more regulations, without more regulations, and all of us want to take care of the law, and so we can make our hobby with fun in the next year. So please take care of your local laws. That's it. Sorry for this, but I have to say it all the time because I think it's very important for our hobby. So now we are coming to the unboxing of the Thunder Tiger Ghost. So let's open up the package and look what's inside. Here we are. Remove this carton here, and here we have the whole stuff. We have the declaration of conformity, we have some quick start guides, and so these is the manual and the explanation. Then we have advertising, that's it, and now we come to the package, and here we are. So that's in the package. Now let's start. First of all, we have the propellers. With the Ghost, there are coming only 4 propellers. We don't have spare propellers, but there's one big advantage of these propellers when you look very careful. I will show this in the assembly also. When you look very careful, you see they have normal holes, so they are not self-tightened like Inspire or DJI or Q500 propellers. So you can use also other propellers than this one. You can use wood propellers, carbon propellers, or stuff like this. The only importance is that you look for the size of these holes so that will fit here on the propellers, on the motors. That's the only thing. So you can use other propellers than the one which comes here with the Ghost in origin. Then we have here some assembly accessories, some screws, and the things to tighten the propeller here or to fix the propeller on the motors. We have an arm for the holder of the smartphone at the remote control. So this is the assembling accessories. I will show you later what you do with this. Then we have, as I said before, we have the holder for the smartphone, which comes on the remote control where you put the smartphone in, and on the smartphone you have the different flight modes. You can change settings of the copter, and so you have an app. Therefore, I will show you this later too, so and explain what you can make, which settings you can make at the app. Then we have here the GPS antenna. The GPS antenna comes on the copter, and you have to put it in. Here's the small connector, and that's it. I will show you how this works also. Then we come to the landing gear. Here we have 4 legs for the landing gear, 2 here, and the other 2 are here. So these are the 4 legs you have to assemble at the Ghost. You know that the Ghost has a landing gear which goes up and down, so when you have started you can move the legs up. I will show you how you do this and how you assemble this at the copter, and this is in my next video. So here we have the 4 legs of the landing gear. Then we come to the battery. This is the battery. It's quite a big box where you put the batteries in, and yes, you can put the batteries in. If you turn around this one, here it says if you use 1 piece of 6S battery, or if you use 2 pieces of 3S batteries, and they show how to assemble and how to connect these 2 batteries here in this compartment. So this is only the box, the compartment for the batteries, and you don't have to use special batteries. Only the compartment is special, but the batteries in the box are not special, and so you can use different batteries, and that's an advantage of the DJI and of the Q500, where you only can use the special batteries of the manufacturer. You have to buy these special batteries, and here it's possible that you use batteries by normal batteries and not the special batteries. You have to put them in the box. They have to fit in the box, but I think there will come a lot of batteries which fit in the box, and so you can use individual batteries. It can be a little bit cheaper, and I will show you how to open the box, to screws, how to open the box and how to change the battery, how difficult it is. And if you get these holders as a spare part, so you can make up your own battery sets, that I will show you also. We have here the connector to the Copter XT60, so that's also a standard connector, and here is the balancer connector for balancing the battery. Okay, so this is the big and heavy battery. Now coming to the remote control. This is the remote control. 2 sticks, standard. Then we have a dial here where you can roll or pan the camera. We have the intelligent mode, which you can turn on and off different settings. We have the flight mode, take off, return home, and landing. Then we have the camera tilt, and here on the back side, gear on off. I think this is for the landing gear to move the legs up and down. On off switch, binding, where you can bind the copter with a remote control, and a switch to change between mode 1 and mode 2. So you have different settings for the sticks in mode 1 and mode 2. Usual is mode 2, so you have the right stick to move forward, backward, left, right, and use the left stick for going up, going down, turn left, turn right. So this is mode 2, and that's the standard setting. When you turn around the remote control, you will find a compartment for 6 standard batteries. There you put the standard batteries in. I don't know if they have an extra battery which you can put in here, because they have, and I will find out for you for the next video, because you have a connector here which says DC 7.2 volt. So I don't know if you need a special battery therefore, or if it's enough to put in here a set of rechargeable batteries, and so you don't have to put them out and can charge them here at the connector. I will find this out and tell you in the assembling video. Then we have the charger. We have an instruction manual here, and here is our charger. And if we have a look at the charger, it's a standard charger where you can LiPo and Li-Fi batteries. You can set up 1S, 2S, 3S, 4, 5 and 6S batteries. That's very good, because when you have the complete set like this one and you want to charge spare batteries to change them in this holder, then you can either load 3S or 6S batteries. You can change between LiPo and Li-Fi, and then you have 1, 2, 4 or 5 ampere charging power. And on the downside you have the plus minus connector to charge the battery, and you have the connector for the balancing. On the back side we have the power connector, and here is the cable to put the power in the battery charger. Then we have here the extra kit for the balancing cable. We have the charger cable for the battery. So this is the kit you see here is the balancing board, where you put in the balancing connector from the battery, from the flight battery. And now we come to the Ghost. So this is the Ghost. Here we are. That's how the Ghost looks like. On the top we have these LED ring, and yes, I will show you the difference in size between the Ghost and a Phantom, so you can imagine the size of the Ghost. You see the Ghost is a little bit bigger than the Phantom. It's not a big difference, but it's a difference. I think the Ghost has the almost the same size like the Q500. We have the 4 motors, and when we turn the copter on the downside, we have the 4 lights here, and when we have a closer look here, you can see here some screws. There comes the gimbal in. There we put the gimbal in. Then we have the 4 parts for the landing gear, where you have to put the 4 legs for the landing gear in. We have the backlight, which give us the signal in which mode the copter actually is. We have a USB connector, and I turn it around, it's a little bit better. And then here we have a accessory port, or how you want to say, you can open this, and there you can put in the FPV system and the gimbal electronic. There you will find the connector for the gimbal electronic. So this is the service door. That sounds nice. The service door. There you can connect everything you need from the gimbal. As I said before, the 4 legs. Turning back the copter here on the back side, we have the point where the antenna, the GPS antenna, goes in. On the middle we have the start-stop button to turn on and off the copter, and here is the big space where you can put in the battery. You see we have here the XT60, so you have to put in the battery like this. It goes in like this, move down, and then it pops in. So this is the Ghost. Coming to the last part of the box, and the last part of the box, that's the gimbal. That's the Morpheus gimbal, 3D gimbal, and as you can see here, there's a GoPro, so that's set up for the GoPro. So let's have a look how this gimbal looks like. Here we have the manual, which says 3-axis gimbal manual, where you can see how to install it. That's what I want to show you later on. And then here we are. We open the box. First of all, we have some cable, USB cable, to set up the gimbal on the computer. Then we have some screws, and we have the dampers here to put in between the top plate, which is on the copter, and the gimbal itself. So these are the dampers. And now we come to the gimbal itself, and here we are. That's the gimbal. That's the gimbal, Morpheus gimbal, 3-axis gimbal, this direction, this direction. So yes, it's pre-assembled here for the GoPro. You have the connector here for the GoPro on the side. You have the cable which run through, and here on top there are coming the cables out. And in the box we have, that's what I said before, we have the Morpheus electronic, and the electronic goes here to the cables here and to the power in the copter. And so this is what you have to assemble when you want to use this gimbal, and that's the things you have to do before you can fly. So that's very important. One nice thing that can you see here, one nice thing is that the yaw axis is infinitive, so you can do turns around. So there's no hassle with the cable, because here in the middle the cable won't go through like this. There's a, I don't know how the English word is, but it's a connector. It turns round and round and round, and so you have here a small light barrier, I think, or something like this. So the app, or what you fly with, the app will recognize when the gimbal is in the right position, and then you can turn and turn and turn. So that's a nice feature, but as I said before, you have to assemble this, and I will explain you how this will work for the GoPro, and how you have to set up the FPV system, which is not included in this set. So I don't have the FPV system, but I think I will show you, or I can show you how this will work. Okay, so that's all of the Ghost from Thunder Tiger. Another quadrocopter in this year, a nice one. Most important, I will see how this copter will fly. I have the Q500, which is very, very stable and very smooth in the air. We have the Phantom, which is a little bit more tricky, not tricky, but it's not as stable as the Q500. So I'm very interested to see how the Ghost is in the air. That's it for today. Coming up with the next video where I show you the assembly of the Ghost. Hope you enjoyed my video. If so, please give me a like, subscribe to my channel. If you want to support Ralfs Foto-Bude and Ralfs Foto-Flight, you can buy your stuff over one of my Amazon links, and so you support me and my video tutorials. Thank you for watching me. Come back again, and as always, have a nice flight, and bye bye and moin moin.